Hi, I'm Aiman. Welcome back to another of my gardening videos. Today, we're going to be covering our amazing custom trellises. And in our last videos, I showed you how to drill the holes and loop the cable through. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble the actual wood. And what my dad has done here is he's actually gone and extensively, meticulously, pretty much labeled every single piece of wood with things like, front right, rear right, and all of these little different diagrams it's basically like you buy it from a store and it comes with pre-packaged instructions and labels. So today, I get to do it myself. Alright, so he actually already did this column over here, so I'm just going to do a second column here, Aurelia, with these two planks of wood here. I'm going to have to get you to go away, Aurelia. Okay, there you go. So we're going to need these two columns, and you're also going to need these beams that go across them. So this one is supposed to go, there's actually no label on this, so these two are interchangeable. Alright, so actually, it looks like they do have instructions, labels. It says top and bottom. And the reason why is, according to my dad, is so that the bad facing part of the wood is on the back side, so that you can't see it. Also, keep in mind that when you assemble this, you want your loops to be on, you want your holes to be on the outside. You want them to be sort of aligned with what's already on the other side. So, we turn these over, and what we want to do is, first off, make sure we have the right way. So this is the nice facing side. This is the top. So we're going to align these first. And we're going to start with one piece of wood. And keep in mind that we want to leave the space here, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually put another beam that connects these two columns. So put that up there. And then finally, we're going to take a life hack. We're going to take another piece of wood and use this to align the two beams. Aurelia, you're going to need to run away because it's going to be disturbing. And I'm going to take these self-driving screws. I'm going to put it in. Aurelia, I'm sorry. Alright, so obviously you don't want your cat to be interfering with your work. Hold on. First I'm going to align it. Okay, Aurelia, I'm going to protect you here, okay? Hold on. Okay. First, slowly. Alright, sorry, we lost the clip for this one because of Aurelia. But we're going to try it here. Basically, you want to align it first. And essentially what you want to do is so that this piece of wood doesn't raise, you want to keep your body weight on it. And then also, the reason that we're swapping over to this side before putting in the second screw is so that we're still able to move it. Okay. Should be good. Okay, hold on. This one's going to help us align it. Okay. Take the self-driving screw and put it in. So first, slow. I guess I'm just too light. Hold on, let's try this again. Alright, so as you can see, because I put my body weight on it, the piece of wood, instead of raising like it did before that, it stayed down while I tried to get the screw in. Now, I think I went a bit too deep in, because basically what we're going for is we're going for a flush against the surface of the wood. So it's not too bad, but just keep that in mind. Okay, so now that we have screws in here at the top, we're going to go to the bottom side. I'm going to take two screws here. Make sure our wood is facing the way we want it to. This side's ugly, so it's probably going to be facing the back. And we've already had the lines drawn out. This is the top side. Now we're going to align it. Okay. We're going to put one over here. Alright, let's hope my body weight helps me this time. Okay. I think I went a bit too hard there at the end, but we're going to try that one more time with this side. I always have a bit of a problem with, as soon as we get to the end, I start speeding up. but we're going to fix that with this one. Want to keep it nice and consistent. Okay, and there you can see, it's flush with the surface of the wood. Whew. That was tough, but actually, once you get used to it, it's gonna be like a breeze. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back over all 4 corners and put in both screws. All right, so for this step, even though all of it looks like it's fully like prepared and all angled, you wanna make sure that you still use another piece of wood as a guide, because if you ever seen like a square, you can still like slant it over and it becomes like a rhombus, right? So what you wanna do is just wanna make sure it's still 90-degree square. And then you want to put in your second screw. All right, let's see how fast I can do this. But not like too fast, you know? Okay, that's flush. And also, I didn't go too fast at the end there, so that's a good sign. Take our self-driving screw. We're gonna make, just in case, one more time here. Okay. Looks like it's flush. All right. I mean, looks like it's perpendicular. Seems perpendicular to me. Alright, so while my dad was showing me how to assemble this, I asked him why he couldn't just set up the beams like this and then screw them in. And he told me that the reason why is because usually my mom helps him, but you know, sometimes he has to do the cooking, so he's the only one in the backyard. So what he does is he's designed this so that you can do this with one person. So basically you just lay these 2 pieces of wood down, and then you put the second piece, and then by yourself just assemble it. And I guess that's pretty useful, especially for people who are assembling at home. I mean, if some of the companies, which I mentioned earlier, are stealing our designs, then you guys can do this by yourselves. All right, let me show you what I meant and what he meant by you can do it by yourself. And basically, where it comes by doing it by yourself is the assembling part, because usually it'd be really hard to like align all the pieces of the frame that you need to build, and you usually need 2 people for that. But what he's done is you've taken one column, you line it up against the wall, or against the trellis we have now, and then you take your second column, you want to line it up kind of like it, and then you want to take your column, or not your column actually, this is your beam, and then you want to align it. And this is going to take a little bit of finagling. This is actually upside down, but what you can do is you can still just take some self-driving screws, and then just screw it in. So my dad's just informed me that this is actually the inside, so I'm going to flip this over. Apparently this one's the nice face, but what you want to do basically is you want to, while you have it leaning up against there, this is basically just to prop it up while we screw it in. So we want to take one nail, and then you want to leave that standing. Take another piece of wood, you want to line it up. Okay. I have nothing against you, mosquito, but sometimes that's just how it works. Then you want to screw it in. Wrong way. Alright, so here we're at a crossroads. You can either put the second beam on, and then you can screw that in, because either way it's going to be standing up, or you can go onto the other side and then put your screw in here and then continue. Either way it works out, because with that second option you're going to be able to put the column where you need to without worrying about it falling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the second beam, you know, just because I feel fancy. Let me see. I think this is the front side. Going to support it. And as you can see, either way, it works. Alright, and now here comes the amazing part of this design. You can take your piece of wood that you used as the alignment, and you can stick it in the middle. Yeah, okay, this is a nice side. And then, it still works as an alignment. Alright, so now that we have it aligned, we're going to take our nail, or screw I mean, and drive it in. Oh, you want to make sure it's secure on the nail. So I do have problems with the alignment of the drill. So that's what I'm talking about. You want to make sure that you keep out for mistakes like this. You go too deep into the wood, and that's because I was focused on making sure that I was aligned. So while you're doing this, you just want to be careful. So we're gonna just move on. You know, that's what woodworking is about. I mean, at least for me, learning about the mistakes I make. Sometimes you'll just kind of have to learn from your mistakes, you know? And what we're doing now is we're going on to the other column, and you have many options on how you can go about it. You can either place something under here to support it, but basically, we don't need this trellis behind us to support it anymore. So I'm going to sort of rotate this around. So like I said, you have pretty much any way you can choose of supporting this, but we're just going to try to keep it freestanding like this. So we're going to take another screw and an alignment, and then we're going to make sure it's aligned, and then screw it in. Okay, let's try not to mess up this time. All right, first thing, you want to make sure that it's straight. And now the second thing, make sure you don't go too deep. Oh, nice, okay. That's pretty motivating. And like I said before, take your block, place it in the middle as an alignment. Okay. And it's not perfectly aligned, but that's all right. It's not like it's mass-produced to 5-star perfection, right? And besides, the advantage of this design is that there's no waste. So using this block, like you're gonna need to use this anyway as an alignment. So, I mean, the trade-off is that it might not work out as perfectly as you intended, but you still waste no wood. All right, so the final thing is to place these last 2 beams on the bottom. And the assembly is similar to the top. We actually don't have a lot of time left because it is getting dark. I think this is the right way. And basically just want to line it up, put screws in. So I guess that's all the time we have for now, but just keep in mind that these videos aren't just to show you how to assemble the trellis, but they're also useful for my dad to teach me some engineering concepts, like how to reduce on the costs of your design, which he taught me by the no waste thing, and also what to keep in mind when you're assembling, like certain design aspects like that allow you to assemble it using only one person. And I guess that's why I'm that's the reason maybe that I'm a good inventor. At least I like to think I'm a good inventor. Like I have won some prizes. But as you can see, we have right here assembled our trellis. And in our next segment, I'm going to show you how to secure your trellis to your bed. And I guess that's it for now because the sky is really dark. So I'll see you in the next segment. Whew, that was a lot of trouble, but we pulled through it.